Hello everyone. There's time to really ask the questions. As a journalist, one of the things I enjoy is to ask the very important questions. How do I know the questions are important? Well, questions that are really important usually affect millions of lives. Questions about jobs, about employment, about electricity, about trying to run a business or trying to just make ends meet. Ends meet. That's a time I can tell you, for about 3 decades now, I've carefully examined, inheriting it from one Nigeria to another, from generation to another, from one to another, from father to son, from mother to daughter. Oftentimes, they talk about ends meet. Do ends really meet in Nigeria? Are there plans to make ends really meet in Nigeria? Then you ask yourself the question about political space. How much space is there to occupy? How much space is there or made available to occupy? You raise the question about what would then be the true meaning of political space? Let me give you an example. President Buhari is not been in the country for some days now. Those counting can comfortably tell you it's over 60 days now. So, the acting president, who many of us voted or elected into the position as vice president, is the acting president. And for a few days now, he had to travel as well to the African Union Summit in Addis Ababa. Then came the clever question about what do you do with the space of the president, the acting president, who voted, possibly were not around, who takes charge. And of good interest is the fact that the Nigerian senator decided to raise a motion or raise an order and put to test the idea or the ideology or possibly see or examine how people would respond to the idea of creating an acting president for an acting president who is acting on behalf of the president. That is to say, possibly the Senate president to act as the president in place of the acting president, Prof Osinbajo, who, by the way, is acting on behalf of President Buhari. It gets complicated, right? Even some sort of political tongue twister, it comes. Some way, somehow. But what I find as an adventure of the mind, and I try to understand over and over again, is simply on the whole idea. Really, is it really about occupying space? Or is it about effectiveness? How do you measure effectiveness? How do you tell when someone has served well enough? Do they tell you, do they get to write their own exams? And do they get to mark their own script? Political space. As we prepare to examine what happens 2 years from now in the 2019 elections, what have you observed in the political space? What is there to observe? Are you taking notes? I wonder if you are. Thanks for joining.